Hey YouTube, it's Mark.
And Rocky.
And we are
This Cruise Life.
We're coming to you from the brand new Norwegian Luna.
We just spent an amazing 13 days crossing the Atlantic Ocean as we brought this ship from Civitavecchia all the way to Miami for you.
Oh my gosh, we are going to tell you about the experience. We're going to tell you everything that we loved,
What we didn't love,
and what we hated about the newest Prima Plus class ship for Norwegian Cruise Line.
So let's go check it out. In typical This Cruise Life fashion, we're going to start by talking about what we loved about the food on board the Norwegian Luna. Let's start by looking at the included options in Indulge Food Hall. I will tell you they have made some great updates to their tablet ordering systems. You can now scan your key card and assign food dishes to each individual person, and you can also order drinks right there in the tablets. It is so nice.
It makes it so much easier when multiple people are ordering everything from every restaurant down there.
Right.
For breakfast, Indulge does a buffet, grab-and-go style, and so their biscuits and gravy are amazing. Oh, those pre-made omelets with the salsa bar, really enjoy that.
Now, we also enjoyed Hudson's main dining room for breakfast a couple of times.
Can I just tell them that we ate breakfast more on the Luna than we have on any other, probably cruise ship combined.
It's true. And I loved the daily rotating specials that they had in Hudson's.
Yes.
I ended up getting that delicious shakshuka. Oh, delicious egg dish. Do not miss it.
I got the huevos rancheros and the pretzel breakfast sandwich, which I actually dunked in the shakshuka because it was delicious. We looked forward to seeing what the new rotating daily breakfast item was going to be.
It's so true. And then when we did sleep in a little bit past the breakfast service, we would go into the observation lounge where they had a late risers type of breakfast and those egg bites. Oh, they are so good. They have rotating different options there.
Don't miss the apple Danish. There are other breakfast places on board. The Surfside Cafe buffet area gets really busy and crowded, but here's a cruise tip. Head to the very aft where the Surfside Grill that normally serves burgers, they take it over and turn it into a breakfast spot. No one on our cruise seemed to know about that, so that's the other place that we would always go and grab quick grab-and-go breakfast.
They also serve the amazing rotation of daily burgers there.
Yeah.
Oh, those burgers were so good.
If you have the barbecue pork burger on your sailing, get it, please. They also have French fries and hot dogs and a variety of different salads and toppings back there. It's delicious. Our friends on the Aqua didn't discover it until 6 days into their cruise, so head back day one.
Now, while the Surfside Cafe will be very busy and chaotic during normal business hours, what we recommend is go grab your food and then head over to Sukhothai during breakfast and lunch hours, and you can enjoy your food there in a nice, quiet space.
And good news, I didn't realize this until several days in. They have silverware over there, so you don't have to schlep it. They've got juice, they've got water, coffee, and so it's just a great way to get away from those buffet crowds because it is overwhelming.
It is. And the Surfside Cafe has a daily rotation of deep dish pizzas.
Norwegian, why have you been holding out on us? These deep dish pizzas were amazing.
They were so good. And of course, no Norwegian ship is complete without the local on board.
They're open for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late night. And I will tell you, the brand new Norwegian Luna delivered their fish and chips, the other staples that we normally get, all delicious.
I will stop you there. There was going to be a revolt on the ship. They did not have pretzel bites when we first set sail. People didn't know what to do. Thankfully, they did finally figure out how to get pretzel bites served there a couple days in.
And don't forget the sundaes. You can get a sundae there during lunch. If you would rather be taken care of and sit down for your meals, of course, Hudson's and the Commodore room, the main dining rooms, are open for your various meals throughout the day.
Yep.
But believe it or not, even though it was 13 days, we only ate there twice for dinner because we had so many included specialty dining options on our free at sea package.
Which brings us to Cagney Steakhouse. Now, you've heard us talk about it before, but this was such a great experience.
It was great.
We were there with friends and it was wonderful.
We all got to try different things, which made it extra fun, but I'm telling you, the staples are that wedge salad, the thick cut bacon, the shrimp trio, all of those are really good.
Yes, but I will say that the item that took the night was the petite filet. It was savory and delicious.
And of course, the desserts. My favorite specialty meal on board was nama, sushi, and sashimi. Oh my goodness, those sushi rolls were phenomenal.
Yes.
Like everything we had there was fantastic.
But stay tuned for something that didn't go so well
It actually made it our hated list.
Yeah. My favorite actually was at Los Lobos on this sailing. I really enjoyed the tableside guacamole. It was absolutely amazing.
Tacos.
Yep. And I had fajitas. Those were delicious.
And then the dessert, the churros,
Don't miss
and the
those
tres
churros.
leches, and the sorbet. Oh my gosh.
We ate well.
We ate very well on Luna.
And we actually tried Hasuki, the onboard Japanese teppanyaki restaurant, and oh my gosh, it was so good.
I always tell people, right, teppanyaki is more for the show than it is the food.
Right.
The food was fantastic.
As was the show.
I was so impressed. We also did Le Bistro, which is the prettiest restaurant on board. I would argue those giant chandeliers, just gorgeous. Now, we enjoyed everything there except my coco vin, my chicken dish was just dry. But the desserts made up for it.
Now, one of the other specialty restaurants we did was Onda by Scarpetta. Unfortunately, we had some issues with service.
They were just confused. I chalk it up to it's an inaugural maiden voyage. I get it. Sometimes that happens. Let us know in the comments. So when you go to Onda, how is your service? How is your experience? But I will tell you, that was some of my favorite food on board.
You can't have it all as your favorite.
I don't know how to pick. Like, if you were to ask me, Mark, help me prioritize my 3 free at sea meals, I don't know what I would tell you. There's just so much to enjoy on Luna.
Okay, y'all, this is a new one, but we actually tried Norwegian's room service on this voyage, and I will start by talking about that pizza. It was so good. It was a lifesaver for us late night after doing the nightclub.
I mean, it came in clutch. All of the room service that we had room service multiple times. The pastas were good. Like, all of the dishes we really enjoyed. We did also have another really unique experience this sailing. We dined in the Haven.
Thank you so much to our dear friends Pam and Tom and Andrew for inviting us to join them for breakfast. It was absolutely amazing. Do not miss the short rib Benedict.
Chef's kiss. I kind of want to book the Haven just for that meal. In all seriousness, thank you also to Mary Beth and Tino, who invited us to the Haven for dinner one evening. It was a fantastic experience. I have never had better service in any restaurant. I swear there were like 6 people assigned to our table alone. Thank you so much for that experience. If you are thinking about booking the Haven for your cruise, know that the food's going to be good and you are going to be pampered.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, well, that's everything that we loved about the food on board the Norwegian Luna. Let's switch gears and talk about the drinks next.
Oh my gosh. So like any Norwegian cruise, we had free at sea, of course, and we took advantage. My cruise tip right from the start on the Norwegian Luna is start with an espresso martini with Baileys.
Those were so good. And the nice thing is they were consistent no matter what bar you went to.
But if you really want a treat, go to the Penrose Atrium and ask for Ray. He will make it extra special for you.
We also enjoyed drinks from other various bars on board the ship. Mark enjoyed his mango meltdown from the Waves Pool Bar multiple times.
But I think I enjoyed my pineapple surplus even more than that. Why are we talking about my drinks? What did you enjoy?
I had my fair share of old fashions. That was really more my speed across this sailing.
Rocky really liked the whiskey bar, but we'll talk about that experience later on in this review because
The Aqua and Luna both have the Swirl Wine Bar, and we absolutely love this space. We enjoyed our share of ice wine. Oh, it was so good.
Yum.
And we also participated in yet another wine class. This time it was a virtual tour with tasting. So cool.
If you get a chance to do the virtual wine experience either on Aqua or Luna, I think you will enjoy it. You get to go pick grapes while you are enjoying wine at the same time.
I liked stomping on them.
Awesome. Hey, the only thing I was disappointed with the drinks this cruise is because it started in Europe, they were not able to provision the 66 by Norwegian gin. If you've watched any of our videos, shorts, reviews, anything, you know that I'm a huge fan and that's my starting drink and go-to. We didn't have it on this voyage, but don't worry. I found plenty of other stuff to enjoy.
All right, that's everything that we loved about the drinks on board. Let's talk about entertainment next.
Starting on the very first night with Luna First Night, the new welcome aboard party where they have their own custom Luna song. Don't miss it.
I can't believe that they came up with their own theme song. That goes right into all of the different deck parties that they host on board. Do not miss those Instagrammable moments where you can snap your picture, post it, and do hashtag Norwegian Luna.
Now, Island Nights is just one of those parties we'll talk about. This is the Caribbean themed one, so pack your best Caribbean wear.
Now, moving into the ship, there were lots of trivias happening across the entire voyage. It was so cool. Do you remember True or False?
You had to stand up, and if you thought the answer was true, you would move move to one side. If you thought it was false, you'd move to the other side. It was really fun. I really liked that. And the music trivia
Oh,
where we had
gosh.
to sing and dance. And
That was a challenging performance.
remember, everyone was like, just give us the answer.
I do. Now, moving into Sid Norman's. Oh, Sid Norman's Poorhouse was on board, and we loved all the entertainment that they brought to the ship, including the brand new tribute to the Eagles. It was fantastic. They hosted it into the main theater, and everyone really got up and enjoyed the songs. It's not necessarily our speed, but it was still a fantastic show.
We were very fortunate this cruise. They weren't quite ready to perform Fleetwood Mac's Rumors on the main stage, and so we got an acoustic set in the Sid Norman's Poorhouse. Now I can finally understand why it is such a special space. It's a busy space. Sid Norman's packs up.
The semi-charmed 90s show was so popular. You couldn't even close the door. It was standing room only inside.
We finally had to leave because I kept getting hit by the door. If there's a show you want to see there, get in line early. Sorry.
Now, moving back into the main stage theater, I have to say that Elton, a celebration of Elton John, was phenomenal.
Come on. We said that in our first video where we were talking about what's new on the ship, and I will tell you, Norwegian has an instant hit on their hands. No doubt in my mind.
Go watch the video that we put out about Elton John as well. What a fantastic show.
On the main stage, they also have Heiko.
Innovation meets wonder.
It is a very art-forward show. If you loved Elements, you will really appreciate Heiko. Technology-forward, dancers, aerialists, acrobats, trampolines. Yes, I said it, trampolines. Check out Heiko. Go in with an open mind.
And of course, there is the crew talent show. Everyone in the Facebook group was ranting and raving about how much they enjoyed it. And of course, we also loved it.
We did too. Now, those themed parties that I mentioned, I promised I would talk about those. You've got ABBA and Bee Gees, so pack your best dancing queen wear. You've got the decades parties, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s parties. So pack all of those glow sticks and big shoulders.
You also have Latin Live up on the top deck.
Another amazingly themed party. And they had singers and dancers from the stage shows up on the pool deck performing. Awesome job, Norwegian. I was so impressed.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a themed night or themed party, but our Elton shirts, they got so many compliments. If you're going on the Luna, trust me, pick up these from the Amazon link in the description. You will be the hit of the night.
And St. Patrick's Day fell on this cruise, and I will tell you, bring your green if you ever get to sail on a St. Patrick's Day cruise.
There were so many green drinks everywhere on the ship, but it doesn't stop there. There was so much entertainment on board. The karaoke, well, we're not big karaokeers. It was a popular space, and the technology of selecting the songs, I've always seen the old paper books. They actually had systems, and it worked out well, and people seemed to love it.
We also attended the technical Q&A with the captain and a couple of officers, and it was really good. Super informative, lots of great questions.
And then, of course, we shut down the nightclub on several nights. They played the actual music videos and music that you can sing along and dance to. So much fun.
Now, if you're more of the adventure type, do not miss the Aqua Slidecoaster up on the top deck of the ship. We, of course, rode it a few times and had so much fun.
Now, the best part of the Aqua Slidecoaster on the Luna is that they have added a heated dryer at the end of the slides.
We're standing in the best addition to Norwegian Luna.
It's like 100 degrees out with no humidity. This is great.
On those top decks, it can get windy up there.
Yeah.
Even in the Caribbean, you can be a little bit chilled. You go in there and you press the button and it dries you.
I will say that we were super impressed with the new moon climber that's been added to the Luna as well. We didn't know what to expect, and a lot of people thought that it was geared only towards kids.
No!
Not true. We had so much fun. There's different interactive games where you get to push a button and it changes colors. Holy cow.
We were in there 45 minutes. It was so much fun if you get a chance to do it. And like the Aqua Slidecoaster, it's included in your cruise fare. I kind of was expecting Norwegian to charge for the dryer.
Right. No.
We shouldn't give them any ideas.
No, not at all. And staying up in that fun area, there's also the drop slide. We love the drop slide on all of the Prima class, and this is no exception.
And the last thing, I don't know that I would call this entertainment, but the Wi-Fi on board,
Oh.
I'm going to call it entertainment for you because you got to watch us on the ship. It was great. We went live from the ship multiple times. We uploaded videos, downloaded videos. Great job with Starlink and Norwegian Luna. If you need to work from the ship, I think you will be more than covered.
And the last thing that I want to mention was the itinerary.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to visit Barcelona and Gibraltar and had such a wonderful time, made tons of new memories, made some new friends. It was great.
Lastly, I do have to mention one piece of entertainment that I found fascinating, and I'm curious if you partake. This was the largest roper romp I have ever seen on any cruise ship ever. There were more Mrs. Ropers. I mean, they filled the entire stage with
Yes.
Mrs. Ropers. Is this a tradition that you take part on in your cruises? Let us know in the comments.
Well, that's everything that we wanted to talk about with the entertainment that we loved. Let's take a look at the design of the Norwegian Luna next.
You are in for a treat. It is absolutely beautiful, like her Prima class sisters. The chandelier, I've already mentioned Le Bistro. I love that space. The atrium, I really love. The elevator banks, even the elevator banks feel elevated and classy. I love how this ship looks.
And over in the outside space, you'll find the little moon.
The Luna
It
Moon.
is such a great spot for those selfies.
I know you are going to take many selfies here.
Yes. And we also love the hull art, designed by artist L.
It's gorgeous.
I absolutely love this hull art.
Now, do you like Aqua or Luna's hull art more? Ooh, you let us know in the comments.
Now, something that was really cool is the hull art also carried into the stateroom cabins. So the headboard wall of pretty much all of those staterooms had the hull art.
And there was art in the hallways as
There
well
was,
of the hull art,
yes.
which was so cool. Now, the Norwegian Luna has a new lighting package up top, which makes her absolutely glow. It's gorgeous.
We had the opportunity to check out the Haven's Premier Owner Suite on board. If you didn't catch that full tour, please go watch that.
One of the even better ifs we had about the Aqua was the observation lounge. You had to manually open the doors and then they would get stuck against each other.
Yeah.
Not on Luna. They've fixed it. You swipe your hand and one door opens and the second door opens. Thank you, Norwegian Luna, for that design change.
I'm so glad they heard that feedback. And the outdoor space on Deck 8 is also fantastic. There are so many things that you can do out there, from laying out, enjoying the infinity pools, La Terrazza. It's fantastic.
And one other thing about the design that we love are the trash cans and the elevator banks. But I do have to giggle because someone designed these beautiful trash cans and someone designed the cups from Norwegian, and the two shall never meet.
And now let's talk about the tweaks that make the Luna even better than Aqua, starting with the carpet in the hallways. The fish are back, y'all. We are so happy to see them.
This has created more buzz probably than anything else on the ship. The thing that I love the most is the new staircase that goes up to the Ocean Thrills area where the water park is and all of the outdoor games are. This was one of the things that we called out in our Aqua review. We said, why do you make everyone walk through the buffet area to get to the outdoor adventure park? No more the case. They've added this new staircase.
And something else that I loved, Sukhothai now has carpet. If you've seen any of our videos before, you probably saw from the Aqua that it was loud in there. People would move their chair and it would rumble the entire space.
Thank you, Norwegian, for watching our videos and listening to our feedback. Let's talk about a couple of general things. We're going to rapid fire through these.
It was so much easier to make our dining reservations on board than it was a year ago on the Aqua. And none of the entertainment requires reservations. We loved that. It's first come, first serve. Oh, so great.
Yes. No stress trying to figure out which you put where. Love that. I also love all of the signs that tells you this ship is brand new. From the stickers that are still over the thermostats, to the tape on the ceiling, to this camera that still has a plastic wrap around it. I don't think they're actually watching that camera. Love that.
And I gotta talk about the new merchandise just for the Norwegian Luna. That shop was stocked full with merchandise and we loved it.
Well, we don't really use the elevators a whole lot. They were always speedy when we did. And cruise tip, if you're in those forward elevator banks and one bank is full, just walk over to the other side because oftentimes there wasn't a soul waiting.
Oh, and don't forget about those super comfy chairs that are over behind Starbucks.
Embark, disembark as we went out into the ports and got back on, super smooth. Cruise tip, they have back on board times in every port. Take a picture so you don't wave as the ship leaves you in port.
And we also loved laundry service. It was so efficient on board the Luna. I can't believe how fast we got our clothes back.
Let's be honest, we enjoyed all of the loyalty program perks.
And I have to also call out those amazing epic sunsets that we saw across this voyage.
Now, the cruise did finally have to come to an end, and debark was super smooth. We waited until last call, which we always recommend. Had a relaxed debark, was lovely. Now, from the time we got off the ship to the time we were outside of the terminal was 6 minutes because they use Smile and Go technology No lines. Passport holders just walk on through.
And we have to call out how clean the ship is. The crew is paying extra attention to make sure that everything is nice and spotless.
Now, before you tell us Mark and Rocky's a brand new ship, it better be clean. Look at this attention to detail with the flashlights.
Yeah.
One thing I have to call out that is very unique to our sailing, and it left us a little bit emotional, was when Norwegian Luna met her sister, Norwegian Aqua, and we crossed paths that night, and we had the epic horn battle. I've got goosebumps, Rock. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know that no one else will get the chance to experience the Luna and Aqua passing for the first time, but I do want to call it out as something that I truly, truly loved.
Finally, we love that we're starting to recognize more and more crew across our sailings from being on the Aqua and the Joy. We saw so many crew members that we've sailed with. It was great.
The crew make the cruise. We've said that forever. But you know who else makes the cruise? All of the amazing humans that we had the chance to meet. Thank you to everyone who stopped us for a selfie, who said, hey, we watch your videos. Oh my gosh, we're so excited about the ship because of your video. And thank you, Pam and Tom and Andrew, for inviting us into your home for the 2 weeks as we enjoyed that Premier Owner Suite.
And also thank you so much to Mary Beth and Tino for inviting us to view your space, as well as Joe and Crystal. Thank you so much for sharing some footage with us and just spending some time with us.
We love you all. I know there were our besties from the terminal. Like, there's so many people to name. We will forget someone, and so we're just going to say thank you and play some selfies. I mean, just awesome.
Well, that is everything that we loved about our time on board the Norwegian Luna. Next, let's talk about what we didn't love.
I did not love the boarding process in Civitavecchia. Oh my goodness. So it started off really smooth. We were like, oh, this is going to be the easiest boarding process ever. And then we got into another line that didn't move for over an hour and a half, because they had to recheck passports, and they had a handful of machines to check every passport for thousands of cruise guests. And then when we got up there, the machine didn't work for either of us, so we had to go to manual processing anyway.
Oh, dear.
First world problems. We were just excited to see the ship. I'm telling you, it was fine.
Right. We also didn't love the fact that there was no entertainment schedule that we could work on building our dining schedule around. We learned later on in the cruise, the performers were still working out the kinks of their shows, and so that's why they were working on the entertainment schedule.
They moved things around for us, and we didn't even know because there wasn't a printed schedule.
Right.
So you may have one on your cruise. Let us know if you do. I also have to say I didn't love, and this is not going to be a surprise, the NCL app. Whoops. NCL, I believe you've got to be working on this thing. We couldn't make a single dining reservation in the app. We got the whoops error every single time. We either had to go down to the reservation desk or call. Remember, we had to change a couple because we found out when the shows were scheduled. And so, again, the app, I enjoy.
Thank you, Sheila, for taking good care of us. And the selling has definitely been picking up on board. We noticed that on the screens outside of the two restaurants, 25% of that real estate is upcharge items.
In addition, there are now mugs and cups and tiki cups available for sale at multiple of the bars, at the Penrose Atrium, up at the Waves Pool Bar. They really, really want you to buy those souvenir glasses.
And I didn't love that the Luna Midway is a cash grab. Those games are 99 cents a play, and you don't get anything out of it.
There's really no midway at all. It's just some games that are 99 cents a pop.
Never saw anyone using them, actually.
Well, this is the same across all the Prima class. We don't love that there's a $5 charge for tea time at mini golf.
We did talk to several people who absolutely loved it despite the fee, but they loved the theme and just how fun it was.
Speaking of charging for things that were once included, can we talk about Lunatique?
Oh, so we did have the opportunity to go to Lunatique. It is a $44.99 experience, but go check out this video. It goes over all of the details about the experience and if it might be right for you.
I don't know that I love paying for entertainment. Now, sodas were flat the first couple of days of our cruise. It could be because they were getting through these.
Oops. And we didn't love how early a lot of the bars closed up. I mean, we know this from other experiences on board Norwegian, but it was still really disappointing.
We didn't spend as much time in the nightclub because we met folks that wanted to be out and about around the ship, and there was no place to drink. I didn't love that there were several pinch points on this brand new ship. I really dislike when they put out the port shopping in that main walkway because everyone blocks the main walkway because there's just hordes of people. It's a frenzy. It's a feeding frenzy of t-shirts for $20.
Oh boy. And also, if you want to go see comedy, get in line super early because that venue filled up fast.
I mean, it was packed. I got this picture. And I know I mentioned it earlier, but Sid Norman's, that venue fills up as well.
And staying with the entertainment, we didn't love Luna Eclipse. You know, it was really cool that they had all of these glow sticks that they distributed, and they
Super
had
generous.
amazing graphics and great music and all of that.
But it just didn't go anywhere. They've set this up as this big, huge party, and they did have those 3D glasses, which reminded me a little bit of Carnival's Getaway Island. They were not branded, and only a couple of people had them. So I felt so bad for those cruise staff because everyone was grabbing at them to try to grab these 3D glasses.
All of that for a 60-second experience.
Maybe a 60-second experience. Now, the costumes that some of the cruise staff had on were super cool, and they had lighted batons that they were waving. I did enjoy that. We did talk to the team afterwards, and it sounds like they are still building Luna Eclipse. So please, let us know what your experience is like. Is it different, or is it just kind of people standing around waving their batons?
And we also attended Luna Shines Brighter up on the top deck. Now, it did get rescheduled from the first day that it was supposed to be hosted due to weather. And when we went to the second time, well, it was about a 6-minute show.
We're not sure what it's supposed to be. Also, let us know in the comments what your Luna Shines Brighter looks like. Yeah. Something else that we didn't love, and I kind of chalked this one up to being a maiden voyage, is we were double charged for things at multiple venues, or charged for things that should have been included.
Right.
Cagney's, we got double charged. We got charged for a couple of the drinks that should have been included under free at sea. And so what I always recommend on any cruise, on any cruise line, check your folio every couple of days and make sure you check it before you get off that ship. I am telling you, cruise tip, it's much easier to handle it when you're on board than when you get back to home.
And something else that I didn't love, for a brand new ship, those pillows were flat.
Where did they get those pillows from?
I didn't understand. I'm so used to Norwegian pillows being big and fluffy. Not on the Luna. They were flat pillows.
The last two things are really nits. One of them, these panels in the burger bar at the aft of the ship, they're designed on wheels, but ships do this. And so the panels would slam left and they'd slam right. And gosh, I feel bad for anyone that's staying underneath that space.
Right? And we went to the Latitude's welcome back party. And once again, we were greeted with saltine crackers and cubes of cheese.
Now, before anyone out there jumps to the comments and says, Mark and Rocky, why do you keep going back to this Latitude's party?
We got some really good information there. We get to find out how many people are there that are from the Latitude's levels. This time we found out that there were 44 ambassadors, and the most sailed person had
more than 2,000 points on Norwegian Cruise Lines. Kudos to you, Mr. Ambassador. That was the one that had the most out of anyone.
Yeah.
While it didn't impact our cruise, there are some cruisers out there that will not love the lines on the ship. In fact, there was someone who took to Facebook to tally up how long she had waited in line on the cruise. She waited in line at guest services. She waited in line for the show reservations. She waited in line at Cruise Next.
Okay, Cruise Next I can understand. That was a very long line. So much so that they had to bring out folding chairs for people that were waiting.
I've never seen anything like it. Now, on a maiden voyage, and honestly, even the first couple of months of sailing, there will likely be some lines on your cruise. And if you're going to Sid Norman's, there will always be lines. Just be prepared. Bring a drink.
And bring a dose of patience. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Well, that is everything that we didn't love about the Norwegian Luna. Let's move on to what we hated next. Thankfully, this section is really small, so let's get started with the first thing we hated, and that was the stateroom at night. It got so hot. I don't know what was going on. During the day, it was an icebox, but at nighttime, it would warm up.
Someone brought it up in the Q&A with the chief engineer and the captain, and they said, are you doing anything about the warm staterooms at night? And the entire theater erupted in applause, celebrating the person had asked the question.
Right.
If you like a cold night of sleep, trust me, pack a fan. The link is in the description. You're going to want one on the Luna, at least until they figure it out.
Hopefully, it's just a brand new ship issue and it'll be fixed by the time you are on board.
I am certain they're just calibrating all of the systems. Right. We were the first people to stay in those rooms.
Right.
Now, something that I hated that actually carries over from our Aqua review is the whiskey bar. just like Aqua, it was like they didn't want you to be there. They were cranky. They didn't want to serve you. And then when I, as a non-whiskey drinker, would order something else from behind the bar, because it's a full bar, they would say, well, this is a whiskey bar. Yeah, I get it, but this is the main bar. I think Norwegian made a mistake here,
Yeah.
putting the dedicated whiskey bar in the area that serves the Commodore room, the main dining room. This is where everyone waits for the dining reservations when they come down for food. And then you've got workers. In fact, remember,
one of the people that we talked to said it's almost like at 9 o'clock, the workers don't even want to be here anymore.
we agree.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible.
Yeah, I hated the whiskey bar.
And something else that we encountered was in the observation lounge, there was not a single seat on several of those sea days. People went in, 3 people were hogging 12 chairs. We went to go find a seat to just eat our little food that we had. And they said, oh, I'm sorry, those people are grabbing food. Nothing was open at that time. And
Yeah.
15 minutes later, someone walked up and said, I just woke up.
Yeah, they were just holding the entire section for themselves for when their party finally arrived. So we ate our food, we sat there and,
Yeah.
oh, don't forget, she also then, because we sat there, put her phone on speaker and started talking loudly on the phone to try to scare us away. We're like, I'm eating my egg bites. Nom, 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 nom. Hated that experience.
Yeah.
The last thing that I will mention in the hated section had to do with Nama. I mentioned this earlier that I would talk about it. It had to do with my avocado intolerance. I said no avocado, but the server was very confused and overwhelmed because you have to assign dishes to each person that's dining there. We made it very clear, no avocado on any dishes because we're sharing. The very first dish that comes out, a sushi roll, I dig in and giant chunk of avocado. And so called the server over and said, this has avocado.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's assigned to him so it can have avocado.
No avocado for the table.
I said, I need to be very clear with you. No avocado whatsoever, which then caused chaos in the kitchen and arguments between the server and the chef. That was the worst dining experience we had. The best food, because they did fix it and they made it right. But the worst experience. So if you do, imagine if you had an invisible allergy, like if you had a dairy intolerance or a gluten intolerance, you're going to want to make sure that you are very extra clear in those on your cruise.
Right. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about that we hated about the Norwegian Luna.
Hated this.
Hated it.
Hated.
Those towels were so new that they were fuzzy everywhere.
They kept leaving fuzz on our faces that we had to pick off.
All right.
Gosh, it's so hard to be on a brand new ship.
All kidding aside, we had a fantastic time on board the Norwegian Luna, if you couldn't tell already. And that was a small blip in a big picture.
Yes, the hated was small, the didn't love was small. You heard us talk about the loved section for 46 minutes of this.
All right, well, that is it for what we loved, what we didn't love, and what we hated about the Norwegian Luna. Now, let's give you our overall thoughts.
If you can't tell, we are super thankful and super blessed to have had the chance to do our first ever Norwegian Cruise Line maiden voyage.
And this was my first time doing a transatlantic sailing. Stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to be putting out a video that helps give you some hints and tips on what to do for a transatlantic voyage. Also, I loved the fact that they listened to feedback from sailors and made changes from the Aqua to the Luna. It was so cool to see that.
Awesome. All of the new entertainment on board, all of the new themed parties. Luna did them very well. And Elton, please do not miss Elton on your sailing.
And the cool thing about this ship is it has all of your Norwegian classics, whether it's food, drinks, entertainment, it's all there.
Okay, so let's talk about our ratings. Rocky, what do you rate the Norwegian Luna? I'm curious.
Norwegian Luna takes a high spot on my list. After sailing 13 days on board this ship, she is getting 6 out of 5 ships. Oh my gosh.
Is that your first 6
That
out
is
of
my
5?
first 6 out of 5. I had such a great time. I was already looking forward to booking another voyage on her. It was such a great experience. Everything was just electric on board.
That's
Mark,
amazing.
where did the Luna fall on your list?
So if you've watched our Aqua review, you know that that was the first ship I ever gave 6 ships out of. Well, Norwegian took the Aqua and made it even better. And so as I was preparing for this, I was like, what do I say? I can't give it another 6 because, do I give it... I have to give this 7 out of 5 ships. I'm sorry, you're going to have to squeeze a couple more ships on the screen in editing, Rocky. I mean, honestly, truly, the Norwegian Luna has become my new favorite ship. I would recommend it. I'd recommend it to friends, family, neighbors. I would recommend it to anyone that is listening to my voice right now. It's a phenomenal ship. You're going to love the food,
the drinks,
the entertainment, and just the general design of that ship.
Yes.
It is a great, great sailing.
So we want to hear from you. Have you booked your cruise on the Luna? Have you sailed the cruise? What are you looking forward to most?
Is there anything in this review that surprised you about
yeah.
the Norwegian Luna? Let us know that in the comments as well.
Now, if you found anything of help, please give this video a thumbs up.
And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you join our cruise community.
And be sure to smash that notification bell so you know about any of our other videos that are coming to the channel soon.
Hey, until we see you on board the Norwegian Luna, because it's gonna happen.
Or any other ship, we'll see you on the ocean.
Bye for now.